Disturbing new details tonight about the DeKalb County elementary school teacher arrested for killing 2 children. We now have the arrest warrant for Michael White, and it confirms he's also allegedly a member of the Rolling 20s Crips gang. White was arrested Friday for the shooting deaths of 11-year-old Tatiana Coates and 15-year-old Davion Coates in Clayton County. School officials say White passed not 1 but 2 background checks last year before he was hired and later promoted at Tony Elementary School. Now, many of you are reacting to this shocking news on social media. Gladys says, "Sorry to say, but that's what's done in the dark will always come to light." No remorse for those kids he killed, and living on like nothing happened is a big red flag. Laura says, wow, whatever happened to background checks and references, interviewing neighbors, fingerprints, and checking their Facebook posts and Facebook friends. Rebecca says, don't know what to say. It sounds strange. I hope they get to the bottom of the real truth. Well, tonight, Ron Jones is digging deeper into the story. He went back to a neighborhood where parents are still trying to process what happened.
You know, my objective for this story this evening was to return back to the neighborhood not too far from Tony Elementary School because I really wanted to hear from the hearts of the parents, especially those parents who have children that attend that school. Spoke with a lot of people, but this one young mom in particular had some interesting things to say. She said she didn't even know about the arrest or at least the allegations against that 5th grade teacher. Listen to this.
I don't know, just how did it happen?
Carissa Henderson's son attends Tony Elementary School. Her little boy, Loyal, saw the police at school the day of the arrest, and he had questions.
What did he do?
Carissa, like many concerned parents, have questions too. How was a teacher, a confirmed dangerous gang member, able to allegedly fool administrators, teachers, students, and even parents for so long? She doesn't know who to trust now.
I just know that people are very good at manipulating. It's a career for some people. And I know some people that's who they are, is pretending to be other people. So I don't know what to think of it.
Unbelievable. You know, really on the surface, we should all be shocked, or should we be shocked by the fact that you've got an alleged gang member with a day job as a teacher?
Absolutely. We should be shocked, just like Carissa was shocked. But no, we actually spoke with a former gang member tonight. Listen to this. Art Powell is currently a life coach who works with the city of Atlanta and its Centers of Hope. And today, he cautions young people about the dangers of gangs and crime. But at one point, he ran the streets as part of the I Refuse posse. Now, Powell says if it's true this teacher actually was involved in this activity, he's not surprised.
Gangs are very sophisticated, and they've intentionally implanted and infiltrated government agencies, law enforcement, the military, and school systems for the purpose of, having somebody in those environments that keep them abreast of what's going on as they try to, continue to evolve and grow.
Now listen to this. According to warrants, police say Michael Deshaun White was a Crip, specifically a member of the Rolling 20s. It's the 2nd largest African-American street gang, and members have tattoos of the Pittsburgh Steelers emblem. Now, White is listed in the warrant as a shooter. That's someone you rely on to shoot someone else. That person often carries firearms.
All right, let's say he is a gang member here. He has the ability to really influence an entire classroom of young children.
Absolutely, which is not shocking to a lot of folks, and it's very likely that was taking place. This is according to Powell. Powell says it's very easy for a gang member who is a teacher or a coach to recruit future members.
That's what's captivating these young people, particularly young people that are coming from homes where there's a lot of negligence and, the parents are busy all the time and they're not really showing them any support. The kids are drawn to this buy-in that the gangs are selling, saying, we love you, we support you, we got your back.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes straight out of GA, Georgia, that is. And we already know what they say about Georgia. And Georgia, let me talk to y'all, the state of Georgia. Everybody from Augustus, all the way to Atlanta, all the way back down to Savannah and whichever way. You all are catching up with Florida for its being known as a ratchet ass state. And the reason why I gotta say that, it's some strange shit coming out of Georgia. The kind of news that I would expect to get from California, you know what I'm saying, from New York, Chicago, And what I mean by that is the fact of when it comes to gang violence. When did Georgia get so about it for as gang violence? I always knew about the mafia, the mob and stuff, the drug dealing, but the gang stuff, I mean, come on, GA, that's where we going now. But hey, anything's possible in 2018. Anybody can be a gangster. But it's kind of funny that the real gangsters don't slip up like this. You don't hear about real gangsters doing this type of activity right here. But evidently we have a school teacher, yes, a school teacher out of all people, who was allegedly, must emphasize that, was a gang member and was part of someone getting killed. These two siblings. Well, we had a brother and a sister who basically got killed in their own house due to the fact they was looking for somebody else. Now, all this is allegedly, but they called them up with a police sketch and some witness information. So you know how it goes when you on these streets and you thinking that nobody is knowing your business and you getting by. They always got somebody out here telling your business. They have snitches. You see what I'm saying? How you think the police know where the drugs come from? How you think they know who killed Pookie and Ray Ray last week? They got people out here telling every damn thing to help beat them charges. So let me school y'all on something right quick. If you know people who done been in trouble and you see them out, soon as they go to jail, they snitching. You feel what I'm saying? They working for the people. They 12, they one time, 5-0, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm going to read a snippet from this story and give my opinion. Surely as we go. Elementary school teacher, 26 years old, still with the gang shit, is charged with murder and gang-related revenge killings of an 11-year-old girl and her 15-year-old brother. 11-year-old girl and a 15-year-old brother all over some bullshit ass gang shit. I tell you the truth, people need to get themselves together, boy. Jesus gonna bust that sky open any moment now. What you gonna tell them then? Now, Michael White, sound like an old ex-Crip member, 26 years old, a 5th grade teacher from Jonesboro, Georgia, charged with murder in October 2016 double homicide of Tatiana and Davion Coates, and may they rest in peace. Suspected gang members shot the siblings after breaking into their home in search of another 15-year-old boy. You mean to tell me you're gonna bust in my damn door and search for somebody else, then you're gonna kill the 11-year-old, the 15-year-old? I'm telling you, what kind of people are these? These are not people. What kind of monsters are these? And when they catch them, they need to send them straight to Pelican Bay, send them straight to the gas chamber. Damn this lethal injection shit. You see what I'm saying? They need to skin them alive, put them in a tub of hot water. You know how in the country, like for people who be in the country, some of y'all might just had it yesterday. You know how they kill the pigs and they skin the pig with the chitlins and everything over these big ass pots outside with logs and stuff. A lot of y'all don't know about that right there. Where you hang the pig up and stuff over it, they need to do it just like that. Just bar their ass. You know what I'm saying? Till all the skin fall off the bones. Now, police would not say whether White was the trigger man, but he was seen at the scene of the crime. It doesn't matter. That still make you an accessory to murder. Now, 4 other children between ages 6 and 13 were present at the home. So it's just nothing but kids there. You had the youngest at 6 and the oldest was 15 years old. So you mean to tell me that these people who so-called gang, they give Crippin a bad name, you know what I'm saying? If all my people out here in LA, they like, yeah, Trey, you right about that. They give Crippin a bad name, because you mean to tell me that you grown ass people will sit up in here and go in the house trying to kill a 15-year-old boy that wasn't there and that left prior to the shooting? I mean, you killed everybody but the intended target. Isn't that strange how every time you hear about these drive-bys or somebody getting killed, it's always the person innocent that had nothing to do with it end up getting killed? You know what I'm saying? Now, White became a 5th grade teacher at Tony Elementary School in August 2017. Just got the damn job after submitting to 2 separate background checks, because guess what? They didn't have him in the system. And if they didn't have him in the system, guess what? You're free to go. Clearance. You can walk on up in them school buildings. Matter of fact, you could have probably been a police officer if you didn't have nothing else on your record. Now, a Georgia elementary school teacher has been charged with murder in the gang-related shooting deaths of 2 young siblings in 2016. Based in part on a police sketch, police believe 26-year-old Michael Deshaun White, sound like an old phony Crip, was at the scene of the killings of 11-year-old Tatiana Coates and her 15-year-old brother, Davion Coates. Suspected gang members shot the children after breaking into their home in search of another 15-year-old boy who had fled prior to the deadly home invasion. So this was 2016. He's 27, 25 years old. What in the hell do a 25-year-old got business beefing. Yeah, beefing. And for those who don't know what beefing mean, we're not talking about quarter pounders or Wendy's Baconators or Five Guys burgers or Fat Burger or Whataburger. No, we talking about beef, problems, issues. We talking about getting in their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about when we mean beef, problems. It's going to be smoke in the city, troubles on the street. What business does a 25-year-old, he was 25 then, because this happened 2016, they just not caught up with his funky ass. Now, what business do a 25-year-old got beefing with a 15-year-old boy? You a grown-ass man, this a child. What business do you have beefing with a 15-year-old boy? I don't know that. And maybe that's why his dumb ass got caught. And it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing his ass got caught. Because guess what? That could have been my brother. That could have been your brother. That could have been your uncle or whoever else if he was a little older. That could have been your niece, your daughter, your grandchild. So have no pity for these fools. Because just like they show no mercy on this 11-year-old and this 16-year-old, we should not show no mercy on them. Forget the skin color. Forget all that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's the number one thing on this show, Know the Ledge show. It's unbiased. I don't care what color you are. If you're right, I'm going to stand with you. If you're wrong, I'm going to drag your funky ass from here to Russia. Now, suspected gang member shot the children after breaking into their home in search of another 15-year-old boy who had fled prior to the deadly home invasion. I don't know if God told that 15-year-old boy, look, you better get on up out this house. It's going to be smoke in the city. I don't know if the Xbox was calling him or something. I don't know if he had some kind of premonition. I don't know if he had praying grandma or praying mom or something, but evidently God was on his side that day. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that the other people lost his life, but why did he leave right prior to them coming over there to do what they done? I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? Now, if the 15-year-old never left the guy they was looking for, would have killed the 11-year-old and the 15-year-old? So why would they kill the 11 and the 15-year-old? I guess because they didn't want to be identified. But if you go back early to the story, they said it was a 6-year-old there and the other one was 13. So why kill the 11-year-old and the 15-year-old? I mean, I don't understand that part right there. But anyway, now, Clayton County Police Major Tina Daniels says at least one other person has been arrested, and the agency is still waiting on the ballistic test on a gun recovered from a shootout in Tennessee the next day, reported WSB TV. I mean, it must be the Grand OK Corral around here. It must be Dodge City himself. That's where they get that phrase from, getting the hell out of Dodge. You see what I'm saying? It's finna be a gunfight. 6 shooters and revolvers swinging like it ain't nothing. Now, she would not say whether White, a 5th grade teacher at Tony Elementary School, was the one who pulled the trigger, killing the Coates siblings. But guess what? It don't matter. Your ass was there. You just as guilty. You knew what the hell they was going over there for. And just, even if you didn't kill the people, just you going in there, a home invasion, serious Class A felony. And then you go in there pistol whipping the guy if you would have caught him there. Serious Class A felony. All kinds of charges. So you was down from the jump anyway. But it's sad that you would take this 11-year-old girl and this 15-year-old boy life. They didn't even have a chance to start their life out yet. I mean, that's very sad. And then to be the age that you was, whether you pulled a gun or not, you knew it. You know, you couldn't have told those people that you was with, look, man, we don't need to be doing this. Or you couldn't have, just separated yourself from them. Because this sounds like a very kiddie matter, if you will. Because why would you be hunting a 15-year-old boy down for? That's crazy. That's like me hunting a damn 15-year-old boy down for something. As long as you ain't came in my house and tried to threaten my life, hell with that. I'm not worried about you because I don't gang bang any damn way. Like I say, it's all about that big buckety bucks, that green. But anyway, White was arrested on Friday and has been removed from the school pending the outcome of the criminal case. But guess what? The school is not going to hire his ass back. The school over there in Kashnakistan only got 3 teachers and 300 students and need teachers would not even hire his ass back. You know what I'm saying? You are done. You feel what I'm saying? You could put a fork in him. He is finished. Now, Davion and Tatiana Coates were home with 4 other children aged between 6 and 13 at around 5 a.m. on October the 22nd, 2016. When several people broke into the residence on Libby Lane in Jonesboro. One of the children inside the home called 911 to report the home invasion, and when officers arrived, they found the brother and sister shot to death. And whoever that child was that called 911, big shout out to you, much love to you, and it's good that you knew to call 911. So it's great that either you learned that from the TV or your parents or grandparents taught that child that. That was a smart thing to do. And teach your children. For everybody that's in reach of my voice, teach your children, learn how to call 911, because it just might be your life they saving one day. It just might be you or your loved ones or themselves. So teach them. You see what I'm saying? When things go bad, this is what you do. Because guess what? Every second count. Every second count. It don't take that long to bleed out if you've been shot or stabbed also. Now, the children's parents were believed. Give me a second, please. The children's parents were believed to have been out for the night as the home invasion unfolded. Detectives believe that the gang members attacked the home in Jonesboro looking for a 15-year-old who had been staying there with his mother and 4 siblings and who was allegedly in possession of their weapons. Devion and Tatiana's mother had reportedly offered the other family a place to stay when they moved from Chattanooga, Tennessee. A couple of months before the tragedy, reported Chattanooga Times Free Press. So the mom allowed this family to come from Chattanooga, Tennessee to her place, her residence in Jonesboro. And evidently they came with a whole lot of excess baggage. That's why I said you gotta be careful who you let in your house. The only way that a devil can get in your house, vampire, is you got to open the door. That's an old saying about the vampire. The only way they can get in, you have to open the door to let them in. They just can't walk in. You know what I'm saying? It have to be conjugal. It had to be willingly, you know, and that's sad because all this would have been avoided if you would have looked back into these people and see how they living. That's why you people out here, and also with your own children, if you got children out here who's robbing people and selling drugs and shit, that shit is going to come back on you. Trust me, I know, because I had a couple people in my family that done got murdered. They're in the husband and wife. You all know the story I told you on the past previous videos where he got murdered. He didn't even sell drugs. He just owned 2 businesses and they thought he was a drug dealer just because he had money. That goes to show you how shallow some people think. They think the only way you can get money is you sell drugs. That's crazy when it's millions of other ways to get money. But anyway, so be careful who you let in your house. Don't let anybody in your damn house. You could trust me, a soft heart gonna have your ass dead somewhere stiff. You feel me? Now, Devion and Tatiana's mother had reportedly offered the other family a place to stay when they moved from Chattanooga, Tennessee. A couple of months before the tragedy, reported Chattanooga Times Free Press. Clayton County Police Chief Michael Register said the teen had run away back to Chattanooga because he knew that the members of the gang were coming for him, leaving his 4 younger brothers and sisters along with the Coates' children to fend for themselves. Man, what kind of weapons did you take from these damn people? Rocket launchers, bazookas, AK-47s? Did you take Muammar Gaddafi golden gun? Did you take Saddam Hussein golden gun? Because you know they had golden guns. They had that cheese. But anyway, what kind of weapons did this boy have for them to walk up in there and just kill somebody even though they didn't find the right person? I guess they figured somebody had to lose their life. But that's sad though, and all this would have been avoided if this boy would have never came to that house. And if he's knowing what he's done, he should have never brought his ass over there. I don't care about him being 15. You knew what the hell you was doing. You were smart enough to leave that house, so you should have been smart enough not to never go over there. I mean, come on. You all have to understand, when you was 15, did you or did you not know what you was doing? If you go out there and you were part of a gang and you steal guns and weapons from these people, do you not know what you done? Because if you didn't, you'll go back around them like it ain't shit. So he was running from them, so evidently he must have knew something. And that's sad, and your siblings had to pay the price. That's sad. Now, the suspected murder weapon was recovered in Chattanooga the next day following a shootout involving the same gang members suspected in the Coates double homicide. So these people right here definitely want him dead and it's not playing. Evidently, this young man must know a lot more than what's being told in the story or what's being alleged, because sometimes you have to read between the lines. Evidently, it's more than what's being said, because all this just over a couple weapons. You can go get a couple more weapons. I think this is over money and drugs also. Or them guns got bodies on it and they scared that he gonna tell to spill the beans. That's probably what it is, most likely. Now, White was hired as a teacher aide at DeKalb schools in March 2017 after passing a background check, according to Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He became a 5th grade teacher at Tony Elementary School in August of that year after submitting to a second background check, which officials say raised no red flags. He wasn't convicted of anything. Devion Coates was a 10th grader at Mondays Mill High School in Jonesboro. His sister was a 6th grader at Point South Middle School. They are survived by their parents and 7 siblings. Now, you cannot tell me that's not a sad story, and all this would have been avoided if those people from Chattanooga, Tennessee would have never came over to Jonesboro, and this boy that was involved in this gang shit, thinking that it's all sweet, thinking that it's all love and all this and that, if he would have never brought his ass there. Because what he done, he brought that mess right to their doorstep. And that's why you have to be careful who you let in your house. And let this be a warning to you all, a lesson, a warning to you all, to watch who you let around you. Just because they're young don't mean shit these days. Trust me. Trust me, because young people will get you in shit just as fast as old people will. So just be aware of your surroundings, because a lot of this stuff you can prevent. That's why I'm cautious for anybody come around me. Even little kids, you know what I'm saying? They might, hell, you might be in a tub. They might come in there with a radio or something and throw it in the damn tub with you. You got to be cautious of everything. But anyway, that last part was a jokety joke. Let me know what you all think about this situation right here, because this is very sad that you have an 11-year-old girl, ain't even started her life yet, and a 15-year-old boy who ain't even started his life yet, all murder over grown-ass men. Because most likely, if the guy was 25, the people that he did this crime with, if he was really there like they said he was since the sketch match, I mean, it seemed to say that they was grown also. So for these grown men to kill children, and for whether he pulled the trigger or not, just by him being there, how can you go then and work around children knowing where your heart's really at? Because you cannot participate in a murder, because that's what it really was, because you was there. You knew what they was going for. How then can you turn around a year and a half later and then work with children? I don't understand that right there. That's why it goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, a lot of people wear masks even when it's not Halloween. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video with your people out here who's doing wrong and bringing that shit to your house, because I'm telling you, it's going to come a time your number going to come up. And it's not going to be due to what you're doing. It's 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because of somebody else. Y'all stay blessed, stay vigilant, stay woke, because let me tell you something. Hey, we're living in some strange times right now. Just be aware of your surroundings. I'm out.